Don't like that. Oh, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. It looked like I was dropping a lot of frames for a second, but I think that was just it. Are you still doing it? I'm gonna see what my stream looks like. I would appreciate it, OBS, if you would stop that. Oh! Oh, I forgot. I had it last time, but I forgot when my stream didn't work last time. I need to go get my friend got me a good gift. Oh, it's all the way over there. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, is my volume down? That's important. Okay, I think what's happening is just sometimes it gets bad quality, which might have to just be how it is for now. Yeah. It's working though. There's actually video and like you can see me this time, so that's good. That's a very big improvement from last time. I have to go get the thing. I'll be right back. I have to go get the thing. There's literally no better time to show it off. BRB. Okay. And also I need to set this up. I don't think I can. I know how I had it before. Let's see if I can recreate it without seeing it, because I need to show you what the great gift my friend got me, but also I need you to see, this is very funny to me. All right, so I have that. I'm not gonna start playing until Sharice is here, probably. Let me see. Are you here? Have you arrived? If you are here, I just saw the last thing you sent me on Discord. Jade, I've been ready for Jade since Wednesday. But okay, let me show you. So my friend Ty got me something. All right, so she's got me this and I love it so much, but please explain to me why this happens when I put it in front of the camera. Look at this. Now, you know what color this is. We're all Homestucks here. You know what color this is, and it ain't green. So explain. Explain. Anyway, this is the softest blanket ever, and I really love it. But it is Jade time. Oh, also look at this. It didn't forget that I met Dave, and also Well, it doesn't, wait. It does it to like the shine on the Pepsi. So sometimes, see? It does it to the shine. So that is kind of Miku blue, which is technically green. So I can see that. But this is just straight up yellow. So hold on, I have this like pumpkin cookie that I didn't really eat, and it's I'm good. It's got like the same shade of yellow on it. Oh, the whole, wait a minute. This part is orange. Like this orange. Oh, when I hold the blanket up. But yeah, that's so weird. So yeah, these are yellow. The eyes are yellow. What? What? You get orange or you get yellow. You can't have both. I wonder if I just hold up this, just the yellow. I'm trying to get just the yellow for the most part on the screen. So I hold this up, yellow. Or has it been the angle this whole time? Which means if I... Anyway, what I was saying was it didn't forget that I met Dave, and then before I went back and did John's route again, and it didn't forget either of them. So that means I can redo the Rose's route, and it'll remember that I met everyone. So that's good. Make sure my phone is on silent. Alrighty, let's go meet Jade. I can't keep getting distracted by the music. It's been days and your stomach still hasn't recovered from Olive Garden, but you can't spend forever moping around. There are friends to make, damn it. Well, just one left in this set. Her name is Jade Harley, and though all three of your new pals consider themselves good friends with her, they know strikingly little about her life. Bars. Anyway. The most you have gleaned is that she lives on a mysterious island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with her grandfather and some uncommon breed of dog. Their communication with her has been limited to internet messages and packages sent to a P.O. box in some podunk town called a haunt switch. Aiden. John said he would message her and see if she could provide an address, but you don't want to wait. Throwing yourself headlong into friendship has always worked for you. So you close your eyes, think islandy thoughts, and hope it works. But something strange happens as you channel your powers. A loud... No, hi Starfox, what's up? I'm sorry, I've seen you streaming, but like I've been busy and I haven't been able to, like, when I can tune in, When I can tune into someone's stream, you're not one. Sorry, I'm distracted by this very good music. A loud bark echoes somewhere in the distance. What about the fact that I'm 5'3"? You know what? Don't do they put your height on your ID? I need to look at my ID. If my ID has my height, my ID just expired on my birthday was yesterday. Items. My birthday was yesterday. My ID expired yesterday, so I need to get a new one. And also, if yes. And if I can't remember, but if your ID does list your height, can I hear the bars again? Give me the bars again. Oh. I'm so sorry. Also, I will be back to normal streaming schedule next week. Thank you. I'm very distracted by this song. I just want to hear the bars again and then I'll continue. Please. Oh wait, is the song ending? You're right. I have a to-do list. Look. No, I'm Lucio's height. That's how tall I am. But I am gonna add that I need to get a new ID to my to-do list. So what? Oh, you know what happened? You know what happened? Dave was like, Jade, I'm gonna make you a theme song, and this is what he did. That's my headcanon now. Acknowledged. Understood. Oh, I have at least one thing to check off of this list too that I forgot to check off. But okay. Watch, the second I start. But something strange happens as you channel your powers. A loud bark echoes somewhere in the distance, and nuclear green energy sparks in the air around you. You catch a split-second glimpse of a massive green sun, and then you hit the ground on your hands and knees. The whole event can't have taken more than a second or two. Oh, hi, Beck. I don't like how angry you look, Beck. You blink and focus your vision. You are inside a room. The floor is smooth and white, and disrupting the monotony in front of you are a set of similarly white paws attached to a lucis, you mean, an animal. There are so many islands. I mean, thank you, Beck, for your help, but also I don't like how angry you look. So, are they ever not angry? Wait a minute. I mean, okay, but like, look at this. This is, you know how tall chairs are, right? This is the back of the chair. Let me see. Here we go. Here's the top of the camera. So clearly, like, if I stand up, no, you won't be able to see me. That's not how, the chair ain't, what is this? Like, the chair ain't 4 feet tall. Cause that's about another foot of space. The chair ain't 4 feet tall. You know this. Charisse, you know I gotta do it to you. You know I had to do it to you. No. Look, okay. Star Fox, I know you couldn't have gotten that joke. And I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to get that joke. Just know that me and Charisse are gonna work. Like, come back up here. Come back to this. Come back. We're gonna work. Anyway, you slowly stagger up and look him over. Oh no, you're happy. Okay, good. Good dog, best friend. He is a very large and fluffy dog, his snout held up high. A long green tongue hangs from his open mouth as he pants lightly. The air around him crackles with electricity, making the fur on his back stand on end. Do you see what happens when you call me Dirtkin? Something about him feels familiar to you, familiar twice over. His fuzzy and regal form reminds you of a warmth you once knew, but those neon sparks fill your stomach with dread. At the very least, he seems friendly. He leans in and drags his rough tongue along your cheek, leaving it tingling. His tail wags swiftly back and forth, and he keeps nosing at you. He seems fascinated. Aww. Alright. First of all, also Jade's here, but first of all, you should have been banned for the maximum amount that it gives me that's not permanent, which is 13 days. So be grateful. Be grateful. Out here spreading slander. Please do not call me Dirk. Please, I'm begging you nicely. Please, oh please do not call me Dirk. Also, I just read what you said. You're right, you don't call people who are 5'3" Dirk. Beck, down boy. There she is! There she is! So that one part of this song sounds like, Metaton EX. The song. Is that, it's in, I know that part is in Death by Glamour, and I can't remember if it's in his, like, normal Metaton song. The there's, like, a part of the song that sounds like that, but only for a split second, and every time I hear it, my brain is like... Always. Always. It is this friendly demeanor of his that leaves you shocked when he moves aside and you find yourself staring down the barrel of a rifle. It is held aloft by a bespectacled young lady in a sensible skirt who really has no business pointing such a big fucking gun at you. God, Jade. Okay, please don't panic and don't make any sudden moves. Hard eyes, motherfucker. I love you so much, Jade. Me. Oh, Jade. Anyway. I've never shot a living being before. And it would make me very sad if I had to start now. Oh, okay. So this is happening now. Is this Jade? She doesn't sound like Jade. I'm not. Look. Okay, but you're the one not trusting me, all right? Because I'm telling the truth. Based on what John told you, she looks more like a Gigi anyway. Or maybe a Lynn? Jade Homestuck! Jade Homestuck! Oh my god. Here she is. There she, look at her, there she is! I love her so much. This is, I just got to her house and this is what, There she is. I'm very distracted by this music. Like, I'm very distracted by the music. Right, the gun. Don't get sidetracked. You slowly raise your hands and surrender and try to put on your most inoffensive expression. You tell her that if she started shooting living beings, you would be pretty sad too, so why doesn't she put the gun down and... Then so be it. You're right. Then she's right. If she decides that, then she's correct. No way! I don't want to shoot you, but you're clearly a dangerous and unpredictable being, and I need to make sure I stay safe. Don't do it. Charisse, don't do it. Charisse, I'm begging you nicely. Charisse, not somebody who understands what you're saying and knows what Homestuck is. Don't do it! Charisse, no! My grandpa taught me a lot about gun safety and trigger discipline in case anything bad ever happened to me. I don't know who you're talking to because it ain't me. It ain't me! You're not talking to me! So I know that good trigger discipline means keeping your finger on the trigger at all times in case you need to blow something to bits. You know what? That sounds like Jade Harley. Do you hear this? No. No! Hold on. Because yes, I'm taking a break to look up a meme because I need you to understand exactly how I feel in this second. This is so important. Can I just paste this directly into OBS? Will it let me do that? No. So I'm gonna have to save this picture. That part right there. And now we're gonna add the picture to the scene. Please. OBS not like this. OBS not like this. Oh! No, what if it crashes? Imagine if it crashed. Imagine if me doing this made it crash. This. Please. Anyway. Oh, fuck. Now let me make things clear to you. I'm a very clever girl and you won't be able to fool me as easily as you fooled the others. It's very obvious to me that what you've been doing, and I knew you would eventually show up if I waited long enough. Sure enough, John messaged me not too long ago to let me know you wanted to visit, and so I prepared myself for your arrival. You've come to interfere with our lives, and now I want to know why. I mean, she's not wrong. Because I'm definitely interfering with these lives right now. So you had better start talking, okay? She's so cute. Jesus! Okay, you say. What does she want to talk about? You're well versed in a variety of eclectic subjects, so you can go on about basically anything. Wrestling, postmodern art, controversial opinions on traditional Jurisprudence, I can read and also speak. Uh-huh. Go on. You don't want this. She don't want this. Why now I'm thinking about the epilogues. Look at her. But you get the feeling that this is an interrogation and you really have no idea what she's interrogating you over. That's very likely story. I can put 2 and 2 together pretty easily, you know. You've never shown up in any of my dreams before, and now none of those dreams are coming to pass. Not to mention that I don't even see Prospect when I go to sleep anymore. One fear, like, hey, like, like, they were made in the game, like, I have questions about how this, I have concerns. And that can only mean that you derailed the forces of fate. Have you seen the beginning of this game? Because I can tell you exactly what MSPA Reader did if you haven't seen. Do you hear these bars? Like the biggest, there's so many consequences, right? There's so many. Like, if you think of, there's so many things that are reliant on the game, but like, they were made there. They were made there. So like, hello? You destroyed John's copy of Esperb and somehow that changed everything. Not only could John not begin the game, none of us could, and none of the meteors hit like they were supposed to. It was like the universe changed its very fabric to bend to your evil whims. Turns out, actually what happened is they were just born like normal humans, I guess, in this universe. Bars. Anyway. Whoa, evil? That's a little harsh. You'll cop to stupid, but evil is way too much. Don't play dumb with me. We're not playing. This is all Doc Scratch's fault. This is all. And it's all Doc Scratch's fault, not just this. Like, okay. So listen to me. Because I recently I was doing a Homestuck reread and then the epilogues came out and that kind of derailed my reread, so I'm still in it and I'm in like act 6 now. But when I reread the Vriska stuff, you know how everybody in the fandom agrees that everything is really Vriska's fault? Like, if there's a problem and it wasn't caused by the game existing as normal, then like Vriska did it. But really Doc Scratch groomed Vriska to be like that. So really, all the problems go back to Doc Scratch. It's all Doc Scratch's fault. But Jade. Oh wait. Oh, I will start. Jade, we're not playing. What else could motivate you to stop us from fulfilling our destiny as heroes? Heroes? John and friends are very nice, but they don't exactly strike you as heroes. He did. He groomed all of Alternia, but then on top of that, he specifically was grooming Vriska. Okay. No, I will start, Charisse. So listen to me. I reread the whole make her pay arc, like all of that, like when they kept going back and forth, getting revenge on each other. That was literally all Doc Scratch's fault. That was literally all Doc Scratch's fault because, listen, okay, so Vriska, yes. Vriska's like that. I'm not saying she wouldn't be I'm not saying she'd be a completely different person if he hadn't done that. here we go. But like, she wouldn't be, aside from the people that she, okay, so Vriska killed a lot of people because she had to, otherwise her spider mom would kill her. So yes, she would still do that, and she would still have to become like that type of person. But okay, I forgot about this until my reread. Vriska did not want to do any of that stuff from the Make Her Pay arc. She didn't want to, so she was trying to kill Tavros. She didn't want to do that. Like, apparently, according to their conversation, Doc Scratch had been working on her for months trying to convince her that that's what she wanted to do. And then when she finally broke down and was like, yeah, okay, you're right, he also distracted Aradia and Terezi so that Vriska would be alone with Tavros when it went down, because he knew that if they were there, they would have been able to talk her out of it, because she didn't really want to do it. Like, and then, so that was the first event. And then after that, Aradia responded with, you know, she rose the spirits of all the people Vriska had to kill. And if I remember correctly, this part could be wrong, but I believe they were supposed to torture her into insanity and death. And then Doc Scratch was the one who convinced her while she was like, so all those spirits were torturing her. She was not in her right state of mind. And then Doc Scratch was like, the only way to make it stop is to kill Aradia. And so that's what she did, because he told her to. She didn't even, like, he told her to do it. She wasn't thinking of that until he told her. So that happened. And then Terezi did her thing, and that was the very first decision that Vriska made in that arc that was hers, was when Terezi told Doc Scratch about the cue ball, which made it blow up, and he made it blow up in her arm. That was the first time she decided to do something, and it was also, don't you start, Charisse. It was also the most, like, it was the least deadly thing any of them did. Like, when she, like, was it a shit thing to do? Yes. But also, it wasn't going to kill Terezi. She wasn't trying to kill Terezi. She, like, it was so precise. Like, okay, Doc Scratch blew up the cue ball. That could have been in Vriska's face. That could have killed her. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, no. Do I need to look up the dictionary definition of deadly again? Deadly means having the ability to kill, being able to kill. It doesn't have to actually kill you to be deadly. And out of all the things they did in this whole cycle of revenge, the way Vriska blinded Terezi was the least deadly thing any of them did. If you can't tell, that's not what deadly means, though. But that's not what deadly means. If you can't tell, we've had this conversation before. But anyway, and then of course, but deadly means having the ability to kill. These scissors are deadly. They have never killed anyone, and they most likely never will. That doesn't make them not deadly. That gun that Jade is holding is deadly. Because it can kill, which is what deadly means. So jot that down. Anyway, and then of course, Vriska, I am going to say this. I don't think Vriska would have ended up like that in the future. The type of person who was ready to just kill Tavros like that on the Meteor. The kind of person who, like, you know, all the stuff that she did. I don't think she would have been like that had she not been groomed by Doc Scratch. And we only saw like a very tiny piece of what he did. Like, it's all his fault. And then the real Galaxy Brain. Okay, but the real Galaxy Brain conclusion, especially after the epilogues, okay. No, causing or. Do you see that or? Hey, do you see that or? The or that you put? Or causing or able to cause. So if it causes death, it's deadly, or if it's able to cause death, it's deadly. It's not and, it's or, and that's what or means. But anyway, back to the galaxy brain conclusion of all this, especially after the epilogues. What this means. That's no, but it's able to cause. Like, the scissors are able to cause death wherever they exist in the time. Exactly. Like, listen, like, Mina did a lot of things wrong too, but she ain't kill nobody. Disclaimer, except for the one time she did, but she killed everybody specifically because if she didn't, they would have ceased to exist. That's the only reason she did that. She would not have killed anybody. Like, it was literally just, it was basically the opposite of killing them. It was to keep them alive. But anyway, and Mina didn't kill nobody. She likes fighting. She likes threatening people, but she ain't kill nobody. But yeah, things are dead. Like, even, okay, the scissors were still deadly 10 minutes ago. They didn't kill anybody, but they were deadly then, and they're deadly now, and they'll be deadly in the future because they're able to cause death. They have the ability to cause death. But anyway, who is in Doc Scratch? Now, it's about 4 people in Doc Scratch, but like, all I'm saying is it's all Dirk's fault. And I rest my case. So anyway, that's because you don't know them like I know them. You haven't seen the shrines on Prospect or heard the stories from the Queen or seen the time in the clouds growing, or seen them in the clouds growing into brave and wonderful people. And now I'm beginning to suspect that those things will never come to pass. John's birthday came and passed without any fanfare, except for him supposedly befriending a strange mailman. And that day, the internet was full of people complaining that their beta copies of Esper weren't working, and there was a huge scandal with the company. Huh. Look. But am I wrong? Hi, Nat. Oh, you just missed a lot of discourse. Oh, we were in it. Wait, Cherise, are you implying that Caliborn's not objectively wrong? I mean, objectively bad? Are you implying that Caliborn... You're right. You know what? You're so right. Caliborn, by his nature, has to be like that. Dirk can have to be like that. When I say by his nature, I mean like as a cherub and the duality in which cherub he was. He literally had to be like that. But Dirk is a human being. So like, damn, you're really okay. What you're saying though is that Dirk is worse than Caliborn is what you're saying, Cherise. Please, we have to get through Jade, but this is a quality conversation. Damn. Damn. I love Homestuck. A little while later, I found out this mailman was talking with Rose and had magical powers. I know a thing or two about magical powers, or at least powers which seem to be magical to those who haven't studied their logical sources. So like, the the green sun, though. Because they make the green sun in the game. You right. But yours are totally different from anything I've seen. At first I thought you must be an advanced Durst-side agent come to sabotage us. But you definitely aren't from Durst. Maybe a Prospitten double agent? I also considered the weird trolls who keep pestering me. But they would not be in contact with you anymore, right? But they've been weirdly quiet lately and you don't really give me that vibe. And obviously you are not human. Well, hang on. You are a human, right? She tilts her head and gives you a little really kind of look, and your stomach twists into knots. The more I look at you, the more I start to think you're like, how do I explain this? Okay. Jade! Okay, do you know what a furry is? Wow, okay. That question is more loaded than her gun. Yes? Right, like, MSPA, okay, the thing that really throws me off about MSPA Reader being a Prospitten is, like, the legs, right? They're wrong. But also... Wait, is she about... Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Is she about to say that you're, like... Wait a minute. Alright, so a lot of artists I follow do... You're... Jade, no! I love Jade. I love you so much. She's so cute. Wait, I just looked at her face. She's so cute. So a lot of artists I follow do yacht commissions, and you remind me of one of those. I mean, we did know Jade was a furry. Does that make sense? Oh, so she's pointing out that you're literally like, you're the blank slate of like a your character here thing, yeah. You have no idea what a yatch is. You cautiously ask her. It stands for your character here. Basically, an artist will draw a pose or scenario, but instead of putting in an actual character, they will leave a blank outline, like a mannequin. You pay them to put your own character there. And when I look at you, I feel like I'm looking at one of those blank spaces. My intuition doesn't tell me anything about you, and you've never shown up in my dreams. You're like my best friend Beck over here. I have seen people theorizing that you're a first guardian, but that also feels wrong to me because you don't have any green sun powers. A complete wild card, something I can't figure out. Which brings me back to my point. She had almost let her gun drop, and you had almost forgotten she was holding it, but she hefts it back up to point at you and steals her gaze. You're going to tell me why you came here and did what you did. I mean, I can tell you exactly why I did what I did. And then you're going to help fix it. That rifle is really starting to bother you. Ain't no way this first one's gonna end well. Let's do that first. Wait, I shouldn't overwrite these saves because I need... No, wait. It remembers Dave. Ain't no way this is gonna end well. Was I shot in Hive Swap? I wouldn't be surprised if I was shot at some point in Hive Swap and it was cool. Okay, get that gun away from her. We're gonna get the gun away from Jade. Let's go. You can't get a good opportunity. You can't let a good opportunity slip between your fingers again. You need to disarm her before she accidentally blows you to smithereens. There must be something else that will get her guard down. You ask about her grandfather, the one who taught her about guns. He must surely be a reasonable and mature man. Perhaps it might be best to bring him into the discussion. You could sit down, have tea, drop the gun. I don't know. Grandpa does love his tea time with guests, but usually conversations with him are really one-sided. Oh, is he that stubborn? Well, yes. He's a pretty, obstinate man and a total blowhard. Accurate. But as well, you may find him difficult to talk to on account of the fact that he is also a stuffed corpse? Oh! Oh, cool, yeah, that's cool, yeah, that checks out! This is fine, everything's fine! You love guest starring in a goddamn Hitchcock movie! This girl is clearly too unstable to be reasoned with. You need to disarm her, and pronto. You steer the topic away from the grandfather she surely murdered and wait for another lull in the conversation. When her eyes start to wander and her grip slackens, you spring forward and reach for the rifle. But like, how we think this gonna play out? Oh, I know her name. 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 I really don't. Like, she's one of the characters whose name I could never remember. Oh my god, what's her name? Like, I'm picturing her, the Jade Blood. Oh my god, with the Jade Blood with the knife. What's her name? It's like, it almost sounds like a normal, like a human name. I mean, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. Oh my god, what's her name? I'm not gonna remember it. Oh, but yes! Lanira, you're right. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Do we think I'm gonna remember? Like, I don't know why, like, her name specifically, there's a couple characters, including her, that the names just won't stick for me. She shrieks and goes for the trigger, but before she can fire, an ear-splitting bark rings in your ears and the world explodes into neon green. You feel weightless and empty, cocooned in a bitter cold. For half a second, you think you just got Avada Kedavra. Yeah, Avada Kedavra. But then you glance around to see the stars and see an iridescent light show twinkling all around you. I mean, can we expect anything less? An iridescent light show, twinkling all around you, painting the vast expanse with beaded glimmers. It is transcendent. It is beautiful. You are at peace. Or maybe that's just the asphyxiation talking? Yeah, I knew that route wasn't gonna pan out for us, huh? Let's stay calm and explain myself. Alright. Pretty much everyone except John has called you on your bullshit thus far, so you may as well give her the full confession. You absolutely did change the course of reality, but it was the result of a genuine fuck-up, not ill intent. Yeah. The shower hoodie. Okay. God, the bars! I can't. like this if you cry every time. It's kind of a long story, but you relate it as best you can. Your strange lack of memory, an encounter with the bizarre and magical artifact, the way you blundered into John's life and destroyed his mail as a result of your highly relatable social anxiety. The girl listens intently as you explain what brought you here, and then you offer an apology. You think you have irreversibly altered the very fabric that threads her cosmos together. There's probably no way of putting things back like they were and letting this lady go on her golden dream quest or whatever she was blathering about when you were distracted by her very deadly gun. What's that? The gun's deadly? But nobody's died. Charisse? Interesting. Okay. Noted. Okay. You sound very sincere, and I'd like to believe you. So I'll take you at your word for now. Look, I'm not saying you gotta like Vriska. I'm just saying you have to acknowledge that I'm right. Yeah, like I keep... Yeah. I haven't seen enough people actually talking about this. Whenever I see people talk about this, they say things like, this is a new timeline, or this is I've seen somebody say that it was another alpha timeline. Like, no. The way the artifact works is, like, the way the Zappy powers works is it alters the alpha timeline, which means this is the alpha timeline, I guess? Whoops. I wouldn't put it past them. Like, that's how Homestead, like, that's something I could see him doing that. Nope. Nope. Yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the whole website got deleted, and then, like, something would happen probably, and we'd fix everything, and then the website would come back. But, like, I wouldn't put it past them. That's something that sounds right. That sounds like Andrew Hussey. So I'll take you at your word for now. Whatever shenanigans you involved yourself in, I trust that you did not intend to cause any problems. Let's put all this ugly business behind us. There's Lufa. There's her hair. Oh, I love her so much. Look at her. The girl hoisters her rifle and you breathe a long sigh of relief. Did I say holsters? I can speak. I have words. Soft. I have words and I can use them. Oh. Thank God there's water in this bottle. Sorry about all that. I promise I only had the best intentions. It's cool, you tell her. You get the distinct feeling you've dealt with much worse. Yeah, I'd imagine a space hopper like you has been to all sorts of cool and dangerous places. I'm kind of jealous, really. I don't want to talk about Clutch. But anyway, we never properly introduced ourselves. My name is Jade and my dog's name is Beckwell. What's yours? Huh, you know, you think this is the first time you have ever been asked for your name? Ever. You almost forgot you had one. She's so cute. Don't make me think about him. Look, don't make me think about him. Look. Why does he show up so much? Oh, it's just Beck. Don't worry about it. I hate Zebra so much. And why did he showed up like he was, unless I'm wrong, it felt like he was the one friend to show up in other people's roots so much. Yeah, I know, Charisse, but like, you're right. But not you, Charisse. You're not right. I hate Zebra so much. I hate him so much, and I had to interact with him so many times. You mean like how he loves Vriska? I could see that. God, I hate Zebra so much, and I really like, you know that one route where he dies? Best timeline. Best timeline. Can we stay? Can I live there? Can I live there? Huh? Was Hussey censored? Was... So, but you made me picture the worst thing ever. You know that one picture of Hussey with the two Vriskas on either side of him? That again, but one's Vriska and one's Zebra. That's what I'm picturing right now. You tell Jade your name. This is what I said. Hold on. It'll make way more sense in text. This is what MSPA Reader just said. I can absolutely wait as well. Yeah. 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 Now, okay, but now, because you said that, now I feel like I need to find this picture of Vriska and the Hussies. Wait a minute. Other way around. Hold on, wait. Now that is what I just said is so much funnier. Wait a minute. Vriska and the Hussies? If you type in Hussey, the very first thing is Hussey Toblerone Cave. I hate you, Charisse. Why was Hussey censored for you? No, where's the picture? Where's the picture? It was I think it was the same time he was wearing the Minion shirt and had the fidget spinners. Like, I found some other ones, but there's a specific picture I'm thinking of. Let's see. Oh, I found it. I'm gonna save this picture as Vriska and the Hussies. Honestly, you were right. That's a band name, and that's what Vriska names her band. You ever think about how Andrew Hussey's real name is Hussey? You ever think about that? There we go. This picture. This picture. Please get behind my border picture. Cooperate with me. There we go. I don't... I mean, accurate. Please, please, please. It's so important. Hold on. Please, please, please note the fidget spinners in his hands. Very important stuff. But yeah, like imagine one of these is zebra instead, because that's what you're making me picture. Okay. I told Jade my name. Huh. That's a very unique sounding name. I like it. You tell Jade that you like her name too, and she beams at you. Thank you. I'm so glad my grandpa gave me this name. It's so pretty and fairly unique and just very likable. Anyway, why don't I show you around? I can give you a tour of the house and we can get to know each other a little better. Oh, that sounds great. Maybe. I can jump scare y'all with Andrew Hussey now. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna try and no-scope this. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Alright. This is gonna be... Hold on. Give me a second. That's so much funnier than what I was trying to do! Can you tell that I just read what y'all said in the chat? Hey, Doge King? Do we need to work? Do we need to fight? Do we need to go? I'm not Dirk. I'm not Dirk. Oh God, you're right about that. F. God, this is really good. Oh, that sounds great. You're an expert on taking tours of other people's houses, which makes sense since you don't exactly have your own house. Jade stares sadly at you. What's the problem, Nat? You don't like the Minion shirt? I'm very sorry to hear that. No, it's cool. You have magic now, so the trade-off is probably pretty fair. Right. Well, this is of course my room. As you can see, I have a lot of pretty posters. This is my favorite. It was a gift from Dave and I love it to pieces even though it's honestly pretty dumb looking, but that's the point. She gestures to a poster of Dave's webcomic guides with animal attributes scribbled onto them. Most of the other posters also feature anthropomorphic, I can't speak like this if you cry every time, Why can't I say it? Anthropomorphic fauna, drawn with significant more finesse. It all gives you a very furry vibe, but not in a bad way, you clarify. Her lips twitch in irritation, and it occurs to you that people are probably constantly either clowning on her for liking furry stuff or reassuring her that they aren't about to clown on her for liking furry stuff. Well, I don't actually dress up in suits or any of that nonsense. I was about to say just wait, but sorry, Jade. I guess you don't get to be a furry anymore. But I really love animals, and I think it is fun to imagine what it would be like to be one. Which is why I own so many animal toys, like the Manthro chaps, who are very silly but dignified fellows who are part animal and part Victorian era gentle sir. Jade gestures to a pile in the corner, heaped high with plushies and dolls of all sorts. Many of them look like man/animal abominations with curly mustaches, and others feature bright and puffy squid-like creatures. You know. Oh, and these are my squiddles. They are based off of, so like, y'all, as in the Homestuck fandom, before I was in the Homestuck fandom, remember that thing, that meme that they did to Tumblr, where everybody pretended that Squiddles was a real show? You fooled me, you got me, you did it. Are you happy? I really deadass thought Squiddles was a real TV show for about 10 minutes and was trying to find it. That was a thing. You're hoping you get spoiled? Oh yeah! Oh, shh, no more talking about the epilogues because Charisse hasn't read them yet and they're legally required to. So no no spoilers for them. You don't get to know. All you know is something Dirk, and that's all you get. Read them. Spoiler alert. No. No. You suffer with us. No. Rose says it's a bad show, but I don't believe her. Jade fishes through the toy pile and retrieves a dark bluish black toy. This one is Inkabelle. She's my favorite. I don't remember. It is. It's just invisible right now, which honestly makes it deadlier. Oh, hold on now. I'm really curious. I don't remember that Tumblr post, the one I was talking about, where everybody was trying to convince us that Squiddles was real. But what if this is from it? Like, what if that was one of the characters? Because the post, like, it detailed all these characters. No, but no, it detailed all these characters, like their interactions, and I was like, oh, this sounds cute. I'll give it a watch. Hate Homestuck. In this one episode, she gets lost in the murky brine swallows and spends years completely alone, lost without any of her friends. Oh, Jade. But in the end, her friend Podlight tracks her down and saves her. It seemed so bleak the first time I watched it that I literally cried, but I realized in the end that it was a very poignant tale. Everybody, read Homestuck. Jade smiles wistfully down at the plushie in her hand. She glances from it to the other one of the Squiddle dolls and her expression tightens. She squeezes the doll just a little too hard, causing a horrendous pitchy squeak. I guess in retrospect, that was pretty silly though. I mean, it was just a kid's show. Of course, there was going to be a happy ending. That's how those always work, right? Jade's still smiling as she tosses the doll under her bed, but she puts so much force into the throw that it goes careening off the edge with a wheeze. You hear it plop onto the floor and magnetize itself to another squiddle. Its voice box lets out a weak little yay. read Homestuck. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be her throwing it, but I think I can. Jade, you good? Jade stands up and brushes off her skirt. Her eyes fall to her bedspread, which features a striking cloud design. She sighs slowly and then assumes a bright smile once more. Anyway, let's go explore the rest of the house, shall we? I've got so much to show you. Jade hikes up her skirt and skitters down the spiral staircase, 2 steps at a time. You're a little interested in the high-tech devices laying on the workbench near her bed, and a glowing green crystal that you think is literally uranium, but Jade's already gone, so you tear your eyes away and follow. The landing below her room is small and cylindrical and features only a gray closet-looking device and a platform on the floor. My room is at the top of a tower, but this transportalizer will take us to the garden quick and easy. She hops on and disappears in a flash of green light. You're a little nonplussed, but you've seen weirder. You step onto the platform, hear a light click beneath your feet, and in an instant you're standing in a lush garden atrium. There are exotic plants as far as the eye can see, ranging from psychedelic floral arrangements to tropical fronds and to fruits and vegetables. Tall windows blanket the walls and allow sunlight to stream in, and said windows are coated in a steamy mist. You feel like you just got clotheslined by a rainforest. It's beautiful, right? Jade opens her arms and spins around, gesturing to her various gardening stations. You nod. It really is. Gardening is another one of my favorite hobbies. It's a great way to get your hands dirty and do some real work. And the end result is really vibrant and beautiful. Jade waves her rough and calloused hands at you and then strokes her fingers along the pinkish petal of an anemone. That wasn't right. No, that was right. And hums a little tune toward it. She is so cute. You are so right. One of its leaves seems to curl towards her touch. When Jade pulls away, she skips towards one of the windows and motions for you to follow her. It's a beautiful island vista that awaits your gaze. To your left is a towering mountain that might just be a volcano, and ahead of you is a small bay filled with giant lily pads and an old mossy temple. Jade is... She's so good. She's so good. They really are blessed. Charisse knows about Jane. We can talk about that. Well, to an extent. They're somewhere in Candy and they read Candy first. They're reading Candy first. I know that. Where are you in Candy? Beyond the island, the sea stretches out to a shimmering horizon. Past that boundary line, an entire world awaits, ever out of reach. I got like 4 jokes that I'm not gonna make. Sure is. So I'm assuming that's the last thing that happened. Okay. Please read the epilogues faster. Please. This is my home. This entire island belongs to just me, Beck, and my grandpa. It's a very peaceful place. Oh yeah, I don't think... When I found out that her grandpa was dead, that was the other timeline, so we don't know that yet. The greenery is so lovely and the bay is very fun to take a dip in. There are some mysterious ruins down there too. I've always been very curious about them, but Beck won't let me visit them. I guess he thinks they're too dangerous. Grandpa's been in there plenty of times before though. Could her grandfather give her a supervised tour? Oh, Grandpa doesn't really move around much anymore. He spends all his time having tea parties in the foyer. In the foyer, lol. He's quite old then? You could say that. Jade wanders away from that window and toward another one, whose view is exclusively centered on the rolling blue. She presses her hand against the misty pane and sighs. You know, Dave talks a lot about coming to visit me here. I mean, all of my friends do, but Dave especially. In his usual Davey way, of course. Oh, F. Which means making lots of jokes and not sounding very serious about it. You remember, wait, hold on. Do you remember, like, my absolute favorite line in Homestuck, which is another one I'm gonna have to, like, type out, but I remember it word for word, and it goes like this. Okay, to shift enter, give me, you know what, you can't do line breaks, so I'm gonna say no. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just type this whole thing out in Notepad and then paste them real quick that way. That's what I'll do. God, this is such a good... Homestuck is good, actually. That is a great and frightening headcanon. You know, like in Spy Kids, in Spy Kids, when Junie does an impersonation. Hey. Oh. Huh. That is my favorite part. Yeah, I mentioned to put on my safari hat and come trapezing down to Doom Death Archipelago to get my ass murdered by Infinidog, the Eldritch Retriever. Stuff like that. I know he really means it though. He wants to see me, just like I want to see him. But it's just wishful thinking. He doesn't know where this island is. Even I don't know where it is. All deliveries here go through some company P.O. box my grandpa set up before he died, and it's not marked on any maps. Because this is a special island with all kinds of important secrets on it, I guess. Or it was special. I was special. But not... Hey, Jade. Honey? Hey, Jade? But not anymore. No, I'm just a regular girl stuck alone on this dumb island for the rest of my stupid life. Whoa, you asked Jade if she's feeling alright. Yes, I'm totally fine. Just peachy, thanks for asking. Come on, let's keep up with the tour. There's no time for dilly-dallying. Is she good? I don't think she's good. My grandpa's collection rooms are up next. The first one is full of his big game hunting trophies. I'd never shoot an innocent animal, and I think the trophies are pretty hideous. But I do have to admire his great work stuffing them, I guess. It is really hard to properly stuff and mount something. Trust me. And he has some cooler stuff on the lower floors, like all these badass knight statues. Or these, faded blue portraits of pretty ladies? Okay, I'm going to be honest, most of Grandpa's collection stinks. But I think what's important is what it all represents to him. He's been on all sorts of incredible, amazing adventures, and he's had this huge array of interesting things to show for it. You tell Jade that her grandfather sounds like a hell of a guy. He sure is! Back when I was little, he used to go on Back when I was little, he used to go on trips all over the world and come back with so many interesting stories and new souvenirs. I was so awed, and I guess a little jealous too. Sometimes he would be gone for days or even weeks at a time, and it would just be me and Beck holding down the fort. I was always so happy when he came back, and I listened to his tales without making a single peep. But he never asked me if I wanted to come along for an adventure, no matter how obvious it was that I did. I guess that's just the way of life for adventuring folk. There's no time to be tied down, even by the people you love. They can stay at home and wait for you to come back. That's how it was for my grandpa, at least. What about you? You're an adventurer too. You've visited all my friends, and you've surely been to other awesome spots around the globe. So, I bet you've left someone waiting for you too, haven't you? Not that we remember. Frost floods your veins and nestles into your heart with a burning chill, for reasons that you don't quite understand. Jade tilts her head and bores into you with wide, curious eyes. One of her hands is balled up into a fist, and both of them are trembling as she watches you. What's more? Jeez, you're gonna have to coach another kid through parental issues, aren't you? You swallow down your sudden anxiety, force a smile, and remind Jade that you're suffering amnesia. Oh, right. Well, it's just this feeling I get, you know? I have great intuition. When she smiles, the corner of her mouth twitches. It's now or never. Would she like to talk? I said I'm fine. There's nothing to talk about. Unless you want to talk about, some of these flowers. Isn't this one such a lovely yellow? Surely there's nothing wrong with the good old feelings jam, right? Jade's an expressive, empathetic girl. Feelings jam should be her thing. You think that, but she's still steadfastly ignoring you. Hey, how about this orange with a goofy face on it? I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze. Nope. There it goes. Bye. Bye. Why don't we boggle at it for a while? Jade, something's wrong. You need to talk this out. That's what you do. You're a talker, so why don't you two... Oh my god, just shut up! Please just shut your stupid fucking mouth! My brain is like... Jadelyn, like... I need a full version of her name, because that's what I want to say right now. You know, my brain keeps coming back to Jadelyn. Of course something is wrong, and that something is you! You know what, I'm gonna say yes. Like, Carcat definitely brought it out in her, but I'm gonna say she wouldn't have been like that with him if she wasn't like this. There is a long pause. Jade stands there, her eyes wide, shocked at her own outburst. She wipes a tear from her cheek, takes a shaky gulp, and then sprints back up the stairs. Oof, that didn't work. You stand there for a while feeling like a tender triple A grade jackass steak with baked douchebag potatoes on the side. Then you sigh and still yourself and make the trek back up to her room. Jade is nowhere to be seen. Beck is pawing clumsily at a large, suspiciously jade-shaped lump beneath the covers of her bed. You clear your throat and ask her, softly, if she wants to talk. It's cool, you say. You listen to teen drama all the time, and this is some particularly choice drama. Not wrong. Not that you like the drama, you clarify. You just kind of exist in the periphery of it constantly. You are a drama magnet. There's a long pause and you're about to turn and leave when she pulls the covers off and turns to you. Her eyes are all puffy and red. Hey. I'm sorry I yelled at you. It's not really your fault. I mean, it kind of is. But you didn't know you were messing anything up. That is exactly what MSBA Reader is. It's not fair for me to be pissed at you. It's just, none of this is fair at all. Yeah, that sounds like life, all right. You sit down on the bed and tell her to vent about it. It's okay, you can take it. Okay. Have you ever spent your whole life waiting for something to happen and then it didn't? Well, your memory is pretty fuzzy right now, so you can't say you have, but you think you understand a similar sense of yearning. Good God, have you yearned? Yearning is a good word for it, yeah. Let me try and explain. When I went to sleep, I would see this beautiful golden kingdom called Prospit and hang out with the people there. I'd wake up with these fuzzy half-remembered feelings of happiness and visions of the future swirling around in my head. It was nice. It was a good life. But there was this very lonely feeling that I couldn't make go away no matter what I did. I would always tell myself, soon, Jade, soon it'll all change. You'll get to travel to Prospit in your waking hours. You'll meet your friends in person. You will finally begin to live, like really live. I waited days, months, years for the day to finally arrive, and then it never came. I was so sure that it would come on John's birthday. All of my dreams told me so. All of the signs were there, but it just didn't happen. And now I don't know what to do with myself. I was able to ignore the lonely feeling because I knew that it would disappear one day, but now that day has slipped me by and it's like all those years are catching up and crashing down on me at once, and I feel so small and helpless and sad, like the loneliest girl in the world. I don't want to put all this on you. That wouldn't be very nice, but it's not fair. Jade vaults from the bed and stamps her foot on the ground hard. Her face is flushed and streaked with tears and snot. She looks awful, frankly, like someone who's been holding it all in for far too long. Beck gets up and starts licking at her cheeks, and she holds him off until she can wipe her face on her sleeve. Really, what's gonna happen to the green sun, though? Like, there's... Thanks, Beck. At least I've got you for a best friend, right? Jade settles back onto the... Wait, I just got an idea. Maybe everyone is kind of right about what happened? Okay. Because the retcon powers are supposed to change the alpha timeline, right? But like, there's so many things that would break if you change the alpha timeline this way. Which... Now this... I have an example. But if you've watched Doctor Who, and New Who particularly, there's that episode with Donna where she gets the thing on her back and it makes her turn left instead of right. And the way it was supposed to work was like, if it was just a decision, it was just supposed to affect her, make a tiny little change in the timeline, nothing important. But because that change was so dramatic, and affected so many things. She got her own bubble universe made around her. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe the change we've done is so dramatic that it really has made a new timeline, even though the powers aren't supposed to work like that. And that's why the Green Sun powers still work, because the Green Sun still exists, because the actual Alpha isn't what we changed. I could see that happening. I have a lot of complicated feelings about all this, I guess. So complicated and painful that I'd rather just pretend everything is okay. But now I can't pretend anymore, and these feelings are all that's left. And I hate feeling so glum. I hate sitting around being all sad and useless. Hey guys, remember? Oh, you ain't know I was a homestuck? Oh, we homestucks out here. Widow? No, Widow would stand Vriska. Widowmaker wears a Vriska did nothing wrong t-shirt. That's what Widow would think. But I was about to say, hey guys, remember oh no, I didn't leave Overwatch for Splatoon. I'm still playing them both. Remember Jade Sprite? Remember Jade Sprite? That's all I'm gonna say about this. Remember Jade Sprite? It's stupid and pointless and a waste of my fucking energy, and it's not who I am, and I'm just dumping it all on you. No, I don't, but also Doge King. Hold on, wait, I need to construct this joke perfectly, just... Okay, I know that, like, this hasn't happened, but, like, all I'm picturing is Reaper walking up to McCree like, let me tell you about Homestuck. Jade's finna make me cry. Jade's finna make me cry in a second. No, like, I'm definitely still playing. Like, trust me, I'm definitely still playing Overwatch. God, I wish. Why does it have to be an R in that? Vriska did nothing wrong. New voice line. New voice line. Hold on. I was about to say Sombra gets into arguments. Sombra gets into arguments with Widow about everything Vriska did wrong. I'm sorry, I really am. Man, you just completely fucked up in this girl's life, and she's apologizing to you? Now you feel like the delicious 3-layered shithead tiramisu served after that nice meal of steak and potatoes you had earlier. You really want to help Jade. And while you still don't quite get all of this magical moon stuff she's been talking about, you do get how it feels to be lonely. That's something you can help with. You offer her your hand. Want to go see the world? She sniffles and lightly shakes her head. It's not going to work. Well, there's no way to know that unless you give it a try, right? She nods, stands up, and takes your hand. Beck! You focus on a familiar destination, John's house, but as you begin to dematerialize, Beck turns to stare at you and you hear that familiar barking sound in your ears. And when the flash of light subsides, you're standing there in Jade's room, only a few feet from where you started. What? See? I told you it wouldn't work. Come on, let me show you something. Jade hops up and shuffles down the staircase and you follow. She takes you to the teleportation pad in the atrium. These transportalizers are all powered by thermal energy and use each other as beacons for the sake of easy short-range teleportation. But if you hook one of them up to a uranium converter and modify the coordinates specified on the logic board, you can theoretically go anywhere in the world. Which I tried, see? But Beck sees, God, I need to get a voice filter. Beck sees all, but like, you know the font, the first Guardian font, when they're angry, all in that font. Beck sees all. Me? Me? Oh no. Wait. Oh, hold on. Why am I looking up another meme for the third time today? Hold on now. I've gotta do... Okay, for the sake of the stream, I'm not gonna do what I want to do, but join my Discord to see the exclusive meme I'm going to create after this. I think, hold on, I think I made a command for that. It might be, okay, this might not be it. No. Yeah, the Discord's in there. Yeah. Back right now. That one part of the song still makes me think of Metaton, Death by Glamour. She twists the top of the pad with her fingertips and pulls it off and shows you the wiring underneath. It looks messy, like someone has made multiple attempts to rewire the circuits. But when I used it, it only led to the exact same thing that happened just now. Beck used his powers to prevent me from leaving the island. Maybe I got the coordinates wrong and I would have ended up stuck underground or something, but I checked and double-checked my measurements. I think Beck just doesn't want me to leave the island. He wants me to stay somewhere he can keep me safe at all times. Perhaps he heard his name from above, or perhaps he just has a sixth sense about it. Because Beck wanders down the staircase and over to Jade. She gives him a soft stroke behind the ear. I love him very much, but as long as he's around, I'm stuck here. And because of the changes you made, that is how it will always be. Real quick, I just thought about something, so I'm gonna whoop and whoop, whoop, And yep, there we go. But good dog, best friend. I'm just going to have to get used to it, I guess. Jade deflates against one of her gardening tables and offers you a wan smile. For a split second, you could swear you see droopy dog ears and a tail tucked between her legs. Depression to this degree simply is not conducive to friendship, and even if it was, you would still feel pretty shitty about it. You should do something to cheer her up. Y'all. Here's another one that I know ain't gonna end well as... that ain't... This... Although... Like... Zappy powers are kind of more than first Guardian powers, but also... It seems to you that the cause of Jade's problems, even though he's probably not hurting her on purpose, is Beckrel. He's a good dog, and he wants to protect her, but the time for that is past. Sure, that'll work. This'll work. Jade has a new omnipotent friend in her life, and she's got places to be besides this island. There's only one thing for you to do. You need to establish yourself as the new alpha of the pack. You must win the right to escort Jade to visit her friends. This is how dogs work, right? Yeah, it is. It definitely is, you think? I'm sure it's fine. You square up, bend your knees, and tense your palms. What are you doing? Hi. Hi, Beck. Don't you worry about it, you tell Jade. That won't backfire. You're practically an expert in Lucis wrangling techniques by now. In what techniques? She shouts behind you, but you're already charging. Beck doesn't see it coming at all, perhaps because it's such a spectacularly stupid thing to do. You go tumbling to the ground with him and manage to pin him. Wait, hold up! Ooh. Nikki! The buff blue blood! Aqueous blood! She trained us! We don't remember it, but like... She trained us! You know exactly what to do now. There is only one possible course of action, and it has been inculcated with such mimetic gravity that you are entirely certain it will work as intended. If this is the right ending, same, actually. I've been thinking that since, I've been thinking that for a while, actually. For a while now. Punch Beck in the snout to establish superiority. Punch the god dog, okay. I really appreciate that there was, I think that was a bark in the music just perfectly timed, right? You punch Beck in the snout to establish superiority and immediately realize it's not working as intended. He snarls and flares up, time for death! He flares up neon green, energy crackling around his body. You wince as heat washes over you as if you just opened an oven door, and your arm hairs stand stiff in electric terror. What were you thinking? This is a fight you can't win. Oh, we haven't seen blood. We haven't seen blood at all this game. Remember Alternia? Remember how it was blood every other room? Time to die! Beck lunges at you and sinks his fangs into you. You yelp, pain splitting your sight, radioactive fire roaring up your arm. You yank yourself away and instinctively try to teleport, but as you disappear, Beck's teeth catch your shoulder and hold on tight. I don't know if this is like a glitch or supposed to happen, but it says image BG get me out of here not found. The two of you go hurtling through the nothingness and you're pretty sure you've left blood splatters on some meta-narrative construct like a website scroll bar or the RIMP debug screen or some shit. Alright. So it's on purpose, got it. Durst. Eventually you come exploding back into cannon and bounce off a purple spire with an ungainly smack, dislodging Beck in the process. God, I love Homestuck. You tumble onto a bridge and scatter some dudes in goofy jester outfits. So like this isn't just Durst. This is Durst. This is Durst after John entered, because they're in jester outfits. Huh. Huh. Okay. And Beck lands in front of you. Good boy? Yeah, I think maybe I'm right. Okay. I think I'm right. I think so. The powers were supposed to change the normal timeline, but because the change was so ridiculous and like just can't, there's so many things that fall apart if you change that. We've created a second alpha timeline, but like it doesn't work that way. So we've probably broken a lot more than just that timeline by what? Good boy? Can we call it even here? He snarls and green flames crack the stone beneath his feet. So much for that. You throw up your arms in front of your face and squeeze your eyes shut as Beck lunges again, but you don't feel the sting of his fangs against your flesh. Instead, you feel the singularly odd sensation of your body passing right through Beck's, as though you just had a window thrown at you, like a reverse defenestration. Refenestration? Unfenestration? I was kind of worried he would do this to us. Beck's like, you know, I gotta do it to him. The green sun is so green, it's reflecting on my glasses. There we go. The green sun is so green, it's reflecting on my glasses and making this happen. The world beyond your eyelids strobes green, and when you open your eyes, you find yourself staring into a massive verdant sun. You think that Beck went in for the kill. You must have phased through him as his powers surged. You think that when Beck went in for the kill, you must have phased through him and his powers surged? When it was pure dumb luck. You can't imagine what kind of precise timing it would take to pull that off on purpose. Oh, this must be, but the good news is you're alive, but the blood loss is really doing a number on you and you can't focus your powers. Your vision flickers at the edges and there's a ringing in your ears louder than the flickering flames of the sun. I'm so excited right now. If what I think is about to happen happens, I'm so excited. You only just barely... Yeah, I bet we're thinking the same thing. You only just barely hear a voice from behind you as your eyes glaze over. It's Solix and Urania! I'm so happy! Who's this douchebag? Solix, be nice. This douchebag looks very injured. I'm so happy! Possibly. Because alright. Because the green sun is there, right? So I don't think this is the Solix and Urania from the epilogues, like after everything happened. I think this is the Solix and Urania that are waiting for, Dave and Rose. Solix, be nice. This douchebag looks very injured. I think they're going to have to restart and try again. Alright, okay, but maybe, maybe not. Better luck next time. I love them so much. I love them so much. I'm so happy. Literally the second, so before the text even started saying it, the second we arrived there and I wasn't immediately like burned in the flames of the sun or something, I'm like, wait a minute. Shouldn't Aradia be here? Is Aradia going to be here? And then the text started seeming like, well, I mean, I knew that wouldn't work. But I mean, it went a lot better than I thought it would. We technically didn't even die. Explore. You present your most finely honed smile of confidence and urge Jade to stand. This is no time to mope around. It is. I'm really happy this stuff is happening. It does feel really long. I don't know if it might just be no, it might just be because we keep stopping to have discourse. But even without that, it does feel like this route has been longer. Like, so far, like, I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I really don't feel like we talked for a whole hour. I don't feel like we talked for a whole hour about stuff, so, like, most of the other routes took about, like, 1 hour for me to get through. Do you hear these bars in the background? Like, I just... Whew. This is no time to mope around. There's plenty of fun to be found without leaving this island. You suggest that perhaps with your help, you can give her the opportunity to explore that temple she's always been curious about. Really? That would be super fun. But what about Beck? Oh, there's nothing to worry about there. You have a genius plan, you tell her. Oh, do I? Oh, do I? You tell her to just head on over to the temple and you'll take care of the rest. Okay, if you say so, but please don't do anything to hurt Beck, okay? I love him to bits. You wouldn't dream of it. Not on this route, at least. Jade transportalizes downward and you turn your attention to Beck, who is idly sniffing one of Jade's plants. You advance on him slowly and with intent. You know what must be done. Am I gonna punch him again? Am I gonna punch him again? Oh, pet! Yes! Pet the dog! Good boy! You just get right in there. You pet the hell out of this dog. This is the best game ever. This is game of the year. We did it. We can stop. We did it. Game of the year. You pet the hell out of this dog. You employ all your strongest Pampers techs and the quick scritch up, the main massage, and the rare Cuddle brand Extra X Dog Smite. Doge Smite. You're right. Exactly, Nat. Exactly, Nat. Somewhere in the distance, a bluebird observes your masterful display and chirps happily. But suddenly, Vex's head snaps up and he points his snout in the direction of the temple. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, buddy. Now it's no time to be thinking about Jade. Now is the belly scritches time. You start rubbing Beck's stomach and he flops onto his back with his tail wagging and his feet curled up. Who's a good boy? Beck looks up at you and you see the cosmos reflected in his deep piercing eyes, and you understand. He's a good boy and he knows it. After a while longer spent threading your fingers through his silky fur, Beck curls up beside you and yawns, starting to nod off. He's such a good boy. Hi. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Hold on, I didn't even think about that. His what? We look in his what? There's a where are his arms joke in here somewhere. I'm just gonna say that. Also, I don't know how long you've been here, Darius, but if you just joined, you missed some stuff. You missed some things. Bad. Take it back. Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't say that. I don't want anything to do with that. Exactly. So yeah, like you. Did you see Solix and Iradia? Because we got to see Solix and Iradia. Did you see us punch Beck in the nose? Like that was a good idea. Also, like we messed up so bad. We done teleported back to like the story. I wonder if that version of you, how crazy would it be? Now hold on. When it said you got teleported back into canon, I wonder if you got your memories back. What if that version of you, like, and I'm like, that's not how games like this normally work, but like, I wouldn't put this past Andrew Hussey. What if that version of you is important and comes back later? Because you didn't die, and you're with Solix and Iradia now, and maybe being back in canon will make you remember everything, as in like, and that you would remember reading all of Homestuck. Just putting that thought out there. Don't know if it would happen, but like, I could see it happening, and that I wouldn't put it past Andrew Hussey to do something like that. You kiss him on the forehead, and then take the opportunity to slowly stand up and exit the room, letting the sleeping dog lie. You're a little worried about alerting Beck by using your powers. He seems to be pretty keyed into that kind of space-time manipulation, so you just take the long route to the temple. Jade's Island is a very beautiful place, with rolling hills and lush sun-bathed plains. It looks like an excellent vacation destination, but it's also so bare. There's nothing and nobody around except for the hollow whispers of the wind. You can see how this place would feel much less like paradise after years spent stranded here. When you reach the lake surrounding the temple, you see the giant lily pads outside have arranged themselves into a walkway that you can use to reach it. How strange and convenient! You channel your inner frog and hop across. Hey! Up here! Jade calls down to you. She's at the temple entrance far above your head, waving down at you. Oh, theories? Do we got theories? Darius, do you hear these bars? But like, wait. So Jade, in Homestuck canon, Jade needs that copy because, wait, there are currently 4 copies of Esper. You're right, there are 4 copies, because in Homestuck canon, Jade doesn't have one, but she needs bros, and the only reason, and Dave, I feel like I'm forgetting something. How did this work? Because, like, Dave lost his. Oh, no, it is Dave's. Which doesn't track in his timeline. So, yeah, no, that's what happened. The copy that she finds is Dave's. Dave used Bro's. But in this timeline, Dave still has his. Because he lost it. Like, that. I'm assuming the events that made him lose it didn't happen. So, that means Dave has his copy and Bro's copy. It's possible, like, if... Yeah, the copy shouldn't be there, but it still exists though. So like, if they don't lose it, you can give Jade either Dave or Bro's copy. Dave can use the other one. Rose has hers. No, there's only 4. I lied. You're right. My bad. But what if, but now what if what if it is in there though? What if we have 2 versions of Dave's Esberb now? Due to whatever we've done. Like, it shouldn't be there, but also we shouldn't have been able, like... Oh, this is really a thing. Like, okay, let's just see what happens. Let's stop speculating it and just see what's in the temple. There she is again. Grooves carved into the wall form a ladder that you can use to climb up, and soon you're standing beside her at the entrance to the temple. Everything is happening so much. Honestly, I'm very happy. I was like hoping this would happen. I was kind of expecting this, because think about it. Like, you don't really notice it. But in Homestuck, Jade was always like the plot. She, like, everything about her was about the plot. So I'm like, okay, Jade's route hopefully will advance the plot, because that tracks with how Homestuck works. And here we are. And soon you are standing beside her at the entrance to the temple. A huge imposing archway marks the ingress between the sunny island and the dark interior of the ruin. From within, you can see a faint yellow-green glow that seems to come from runes carved into the walls. Spooky! Because honestly, let's think about it. The temple shouldn't exist. The temple really shouldn't exist. So maybe because it's here, the game will still be there, even though it shouldn't. As you proceed through the entryway, Jade runs a hand alongside the glowing walls, her face bathed in the sickly green. At the end of the hallway is a large round platform decorated with cloudy designs and a glowing orb at the center. It doesn't pique your interior decorator, but Jade seems quite awed by the sight. This is Skya! I knew this temple had to be connected to that world in some way. Look at how cute she is. Jade rushes onto the platform and it begins to descend. You quickly follow her before you're left behind as the elevator takes you down to an expansive and dark room below. Y'all. What if there's just a whole nother Dave? Like, what if Dave's other Esberb is in there? Like, something's there and it's there. It's there, like... But okay, but the question is, does Dave still have his? Does Dave still have his? He should. Dave should still have his copy. The events that happened to make him lose it didn't happen. Maybe new events happened that made him lose it, but we haven't seen them yet. So as far as we know, this Dave still has his copy. And also Dave's copy is here. Well, much like the rest of the temple, the space seems very sparse, and it is illuminated by the faint glow of the runes on the walls. A large purple lotus flower rests atop a pedestal in front of the elevator, petals wilted. There is an electronic display built into the pedestal with a timer that could feasibly count down for millions of years, but it seems to be glitched, stuck. hold on. Here's the catch. It seems to be glitch stuck a few hours away from 0, with the second digit constantly ratcheting back and forth between 2 numbers. Okay. So it's there, but it's not going to bloom. But it's there. So maybe we can access it in some way. Jade places a hand on the pedestal and sighs. The number is stuck. I think this is a time capsule, but it's malfunctioning for some reason. Was I supposed to open it when the time was right? Now I'll never know. What else could this place be hiding from me? As if on cue, the elevator platform shudders and begins to rise behind you. There should be portals to Durst and Prospect. I guess because like it was already there. It's already here. But like so far, I guess the events already happened. But yeah, and that's what they're about to see. Maybe they, you know what, if this doesn't work, they probably just won't work. Probably. I'm assuming they won't work. And begins to rise behind you. As the platform ascends, it becomes clear that there is a pit beneath it, which is basically video game logic 101. Jade looks down into it, and you follow suit and see transportalizers? There's 2 of them, one a deep purple and the other a brilliant gold. Jade leaps down into the pit, which is a pretty brave maneuver because it's deep as hell and real life still has fall damage. I'm so sad Ty's not watching because she doesn't want spoilers for these games, because like, let me tell y'all about the first time. So she only ever played games like Kingdom Hearts where there was no fall damage, and the first time I let her play Skyrim, she was playing Skyrim like on my PlayStation or something, or maybe I brought the disc and we were on her PlayStation or something like that. But anyway, we went to I think it's Markarth, right? Is the place that's really high up on, like, it's really pretty sometimes, like to just look off into the distance. So she was literally standing at the cliffside at the top of the city. We were looking at this it was gorgeous. It was like sunset, I think. It was beautiful. And we stood there for like 10 seconds. And then she just jumped off the cliff, and I was like, honey, no, what are you doing? Like, we had time to talk. She was so high up. We had time to talk about it. I could tell her exactly why what she did was wrong before she hit the ground and died. It was tragic. But yeah, so if I really hope, okay, but if the portals, I'm texting her. I'm going to text her that you said that right now, because she's going to be so upset about it. Hold on, this is great. Text it. Don't worry. I just said someone in my chat. She'll never know it's you. But yeah, no, I think, okay, so if the portals don't work, you're kind of just stuck in the hole, because that's how you get out of the hole is with the portals. She grunts and sinks to her knees from the impact, but quickly recovers and rushes over to the golden transportalizer. She examines it for a moment and then clambers on. With a soft click, the pressure plate is depressed and the device surges to life. She disappears in a bright flash of light. Well, shit, you'd better follow her. You hop down and step onto the transportalizer and have the same flash of light, and the same flash of light consumes your body. So, okay, I was thinking this might happen. I think we might be on the real, like, the actual timelines prospect. Let's see if it says, if they're in jester suits, then it makes sense for the theory I was formulating in my head. And there might also be another Jade here. You feel something like wind whipping around you as your molecules are dematerialized and then reassembled in a new locale, a glimmering golden palace. Wow, this place is way too fucking bright. Someone needs to crank the saturation down pronto. I don't believe it. Jade is looking around with wide eyes that reflect your golden surroundings. This is it! This is Prospect, the planet I visit in my dreams. I didn't think it was possible to get here like this. What does it mean? Why am I allowed to be here right now? Good question, Jade! I should go talk to the queen. And with that, she's off, sprinting down the halls with a renewed sense of vigor. You scramble to keep up with her, threading your way through the crowds of confused, white-shelled folks in fancy outfits. They kind of remind you of yourself, but with chitinous bodies. I can speak. You sidestep a lady carrying a paint. Miss Paint, I love you! A lady carrying a paint can and shuffle down a lengthy golden staircase adorned with regal golden spikes, and you can only barely keep your eyes on Jade's long black hair as it switches behind her. When you finally catch up, she's in the middle of an argument with two burly fellows in white suits. She stamps her foot at them, but they are undeterred, blocking her passage further. Eventually, Jade wheels around to look at you. She tries to soften her expression for your sake, but her face is still sour. Ugh! The guards won't let me see the queen. Apparently she's really busy with something. They told me I'm not supposed to be here and that I have to leave right away. No, but like, that's the thing, Doge King. I think we're not in her timeline anymore, because think about it. Okay, if I'm right about, I think we've made a second alpha timeline, which is bonkers and not how anything works, but I think we've accidentally made a second alpha timeline, and the game exists, like the game from the normal timeline exists outside of the universe. So when we teleported to Prospect, we went to the game that was created in the real alpha timeline, even though it wasn't created in hers. Exactly. But think about, okay, so their timeline, we're gonna have to go into here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Oh, where's my cursor? Hello? Oh, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Give me a second, and then if I hide this by and then, but above this, yes, okay, because I like what I was gonna do. What I'm gonna say is very visual, so I might as well actually write it. We're gonna make the alpha timeline, right? Boop. This is the normal alpha timeline. Let me move this. I just realized maybe I should like take in consideration where I am in the video, huh? So yeah, this is the normal alpha timeline. And this is just going to be my theory about what's happened. But, and now, so we know how Doom timelines are supposed to work, and they're kind of like blood vessels, and like they branch off, but they got, okay, you know what? I need pen pressure for this to look good, but whatever. Imagine this is like, here, we'll do it bad. Like that, you know? Doom timelines are like this. They peter off and die. But what we've done, and I can't use blue because then this will just look like I'm talking about, this will look like I'm talking about the Trolls timeline and stuff to an outside observer. But yeah, so we're gonna call this the alpha, right? We created a new alpha, but it's not like this. Oh, gotta go back to the right size. It's not like this though. Like, it's not two completely separate timelines. What's happened is, like with this Doom timeline, we have branched off, but we have not petered out like a Doom timeline normally would. Right? So now it's like this. Let me make this longer back here. That's bad. How did I do it so bad? So this is what we've done, I think. And you know, we're out in here, but like this timeline still exists and happened, which means they still made their Inciposphere, right? This is their Inciposphere. And now obviously we haven't made one. Maybe we will be able to make a session, because even though it's not working, presumably Dave's copy is still in the time capsule. So if they can figure a way to get it out, they might be able to play the game. But anyway, so this is the true alpha timelines session, right? Now, the temple is still there in our purple timeline because it was placed. We don't need John's copy. Like in this, so Dave loses his time. Okay, wait. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But first I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying about the temple. And then I'm gonna talk about the copies and how they could still have a session. So like back, I hate Homestuck. Do you see what we're doing? I hate this. Anyway. Back here, oh, I'm still on circles. The temple was placed into the world back here when these were both still the same timeline, which is why it didn't disappear. If this was a whole separate timeline, like the first one I drew, the temple just wouldn't exist. But also neither would the kids, because they were made in the game. But anyway, so since the temple was placed back here, it's still here. And the temple that was placed back here came from here, right? Like it came from this session. But oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm going to explain my theory when I get there. So yeah, the temple came from here, right? And it was placed back here when these were still the same timeline. So it still has Dave's lost copy, even though he hasn't lost it. So that's why it's here, but it's glitching out, right? Because this session isn't connected to this timeline. However, the temple that came from here is connected to here. So even though they're not in the timeline the session was made in, the session is outside, even though the timeline, bleh, the session, the game, the Inciposphere, I'm gonna go with the session. The session is from this timeline, but it exists outside of the timeline. You can access it, like you could access it from the troll session. They're not even their timeline. Well, I mean, it is a different timeline, but like they're a whole different universe. You can get there though, because like, and you could get to say, but yeah, like you can get to the sessions. They exist outside, like, you know, outside of normal time and normal space. They exist outside of universes. So this session exists. You can get there in many ways. So the portals, the transportalizers that are in the temple are from this session. They're from the temple that came out of the session. So they will take you to this session no matter what. Like, what I'm saying is, you could pick up that temple and like take it to any timeline you wanted, right? Like, if you had some way to do that and move the temple to a new timeline, it would still take you to this session because that's where it came from and that's where the portals are set to take you. So what I'm saying is, like, Jade could run into herself. They are not here anymore. They are here, right? If they were to go through, if they, you know, the meteor portals around Skya, if they were to go through one of those, they'd be here. They'd be somewhere in the normal timeline. Homestuck great. Oh, but did I explain my point? Well, do you get what I'm saying? So like, it's basically a bridge now. And Sharice, what you were saying, so like, Dave lost his copy of the game, right? That's kind of how Homestuck is. But like, I think that's what happened anyway. That's what makes sense to me. Like, if this was a whole different timeline that is not branched off of this, and if this timeline also didn't exist anymore, I don't think it, like, so say the whole, like, it didn't branch off and this was just one alpha timeline that we messed up. It doesn't make sense to me. It wouldn't make sense to me that way. And it also wouldn't make sense to me if these weren't connected. But also, okay, so Sharice, what you were saying about the copy, like John's copy, right? We don't need it because actually we've got two versions of Dave's copy on this timeline because Dave lost his game, but he lost it somewhere like here. So I mean, hey, you didn't look, you were until you said something. You could have just been quiet. She ain't have to know. Also, if you don't want spoilers for Pesterquest, leave now. Because, do you see what we're doing right now? You see all of this? Do you see this bullshit? I hate Homestuck. Look at what we're doing. But like, yeah, if you don't want spoilers, I guess mute me. You can stay if you want, but mute me right now because I'm about to keep talking about things that are definitely spoilers. And then also, when paint goes away, you might want to leave because things are happening. Plot things are definitely happening. But okay, back to my point. Dave lost his game, but he lost it somewhere here after the split. So that means Dave here still has his copy of the game. But since the temple was from before the split, the temple also has his copy of the game. So now what I'm saying is, in this timeline, there are two copies of Dave's S-Verb. So they could play the game, and instead of it being John's copy, Bro's copy, Dave's copy, and Rose's copy, it would be Dave's copy, John's copy, and Rose's copy. But like, it could still happen if they can get it out of the time capsule somehow. I hate Homestuck. I hate looking at this. Okay, but we're gonna go back to the game. Also, yeah, I don't know if we're yeah, bye, because we're going back to the game. See ya. Okay, so let me just I'm gonna save that picture that I made. It's a memento. I'll post it in the Discord. It turned that into a real link and it tries to go to it if you click on it. LMAO. Yeah. This is totally bull. I'm a princess. I swear some of these idiots can't even recognize me without the pretty golden dress. Blah. I guess I'm not getting any answers here either. Let's just get out of here. And she's off again, this time striding forward with her fist curled and her jaw set. I wouldn't put it past them, but also maybe they can tell she's not the right one. Like, maybe they know where the right one is right now or something. You glance back at the guards, whose furrowed brows strike you more as worried than ire, and then follow Jade back. You're almost to the exit when you see it, a dark figure silhouetted against Skya's brilliant blue. Oh, fuck. Oh, Worm? Oh, Worm? Are we at this point in the timeline? It's descent, I guess, yeah. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta bounce. See ya. Bye. They are humanoid in shape with two leathery wings outstretched and inky black tendrils trailing behind. Crimson force crackles in their wake and they swoop over the city like a bird of prey. Something about them gives you a major case of the heebie-jeebies. You do a nervous little half jog back to the transportalizer and get the hell out of Dodge. Good. But yeah, so I think this goes to further support my claim that, like, so the other timeline still exists. He stabs you about 15 times before it's over. You still become his friend. That just sounds like something that would be yeah, it's just the alpha, but that sounds like something that would have happened to me in Friendsim. Like, he should be a Friendsim route. Good thing we got out of there. But yeah, so there's another Dave copy in here. We just can't access it. The temple feels oppressively dark compared to the blinding bright of Prospect. You spend a while blinking as your eyes readjust. The transportalizer you just used flares up red and then cracks. That's probably not a good sign. Well, is it? You do what you do best. Ignore it and climb out of the pit. Jade is standing beside the Lotus contraption, running her hand along one of the pedals with her face set. What does all of it mean? Really too bad they couldn't talk to AU Jade. God. But no, also imagine if they did talk to somebody in the alpha and then changed events. Oh my god. I mean, I guess since it technically wasn't done with the Zappy powers, like that specific part, I guess it would just make a Doom timeline. Was this here all along? Has my grandpa been to Prospect before? If I can go there, then it must still exist. The game must still exist, but how? You're right. None of it makes any sense. I need to think about this. You follow Jade slowly back to her house as she mumbles to herself, brows furrowed. You can barely catch what she's saying, but she's clearly thinking hard. The clouds have never been wrong before. Is it too early? Was this meant to happen? Once you reach the atrium, Jade lets out a sharp breath and nods her head resolute. She turns to you. Alright, I think I understand. Do you? Enlighten us. I know what's going on now. Great! You offer her your most winning smile. What's the sitch? Well, the truth is I was always being very immature about the idea of being a hero and having a destiny. Life isn't like in kids' cartoons after all. Heroism isn't all rainbows and sunshine, and it's childish to think that everyone gets a happy ending. That kind of storybook stuff doesn't really exist. To be a real hero, you have to be prepared to suffer horribly. It makes sense when you think about it. If everything came easy, there wouldn't actually be anything heroic about it. Why else would my grandpa have put me on this island? Why else would beg one to keep me safe here even now that everything's changed? Because it's my destiny. I have to prove that I'm willing to suffer and willing to sacrifice. That has to be it. This can't all have been for nothing, right? That's not the way the world works. Everything has a purpose, even if it's not clear at first. Seeing Prospect in the flesh reminded me of that. My purpose is to do what I've always done, what my grandpa and Beck have helped prepare me for. I know I'll be really lonely, but in the end it means that everything will continue to play out the way it was meant to. Jade, honey, this ain't the way it was meant to. You're right. It's a very noble job and I've got to be the one to do it. I feel like she's in this is denial, but also is being fueled by the fact that she still thinks that this is her Skya and she's going to get to it. You're at a loss for words. This really doesn't feel like the right takeaway from all this, but you don't know jack about Esper or Destiny or any of that nonsense, so who are you to say otherwise? But what if I know different? And what if I have a theory that's much better than yours, Jade? So thank you for helping me visit Prospect. I wouldn't have figured this all out if not for you, and I'm sure that meeting me is one step along the way towards your mysterious fate as well. I'll be rooting for you. Jade erupts into a broad, beaming smile. It might be the first completely genuine smile you've seen from her this entire time, but that doesn't make you feel any better about it. In fact, it's more of a knife twisting in your gut, and when she throws her arms around you and hugs you tight, the knife pushes deeper to the bone. Well, you probably have more important stuff to do than keep hanging out with me. I'll let you get back to it. Jade turns around and heads for the staircase, leaving you to stare at her retreating form. This really is a long route, because I don't think it's about to end. This doesn't feel right. So this really is a long route. That's also a good thing to point out, because whatever friendship spell we were under is definitely back on. So you're right, that is weird. Jade turns around and heads for the staircase, leaving you to stare at her retreating form. Is this it? Will you accept the new destiny you've written for Jade and allow her to stay trapped here on this island? Okay, I'm gonna accept first, because I don't think that's gonna be it. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna be it. I feel like this might befriend her though. So we might get her as a friend, but I don't think this is right. Let's accept. Wow. Huh. Right? Yeah, this is really long. You're kind of a huge jerk, aren't you? Or maybe the narrative is a huge jerk, is what you would say. But now you're practically in charge of the narrative, so yeah, it's basically just you. But Jade seems happy enough with her lot in life. Maybe she's better off this way, instead of whatever danger she would have gotten caught up in had she played Esper? Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that. No, it's not the bad end. Alright, so let's not do that. But I bet we're friends, right? Nope, we're not. That doesn't even count as befriending her. Wow. Do not accept. Some people might take this as a lesson in the responsible use of reality-altering powers. Some people might swear off manipulating canon entirely, but not you. What's the point of having sick-ass powers if you never use them? At all, if you never use them. Maybe some god is going to punish you for the way you've been fucking with the universe, but right now you don't care. I feel like if anybody that I don't think Doc Scratch would be happy about this. I don't think this was in his plan. This girl would burn herself to ashes to keep her friends warm. The least you can do is risk the flame for her sake. You quickly sprint up the stairs. Oh, you're not leaving. That'd be interesting. See, because I think that's going to happen, but I don't think it would happen now. Oh, also, hey, did you see? Somebody pointed out, the update schedule for this game, it's gonna end directly before 413. So there's that. It's gonna end like 1 week before 413, I think. Oh, you're not leaving. Don't you have places to be? I'm sorry, this line made me. Have you guys seen a Harry Potter sequel? After Hermione can't draw, Granger, don't you have somewhere to be? And then Snape and Ron high five. God, anyway. No, but like, Homestuck 2.0 is still a thing and we still don't know what it is. Remember that? Remember Homestuck 2.0? Or maybe like, I was about to say maybe the next Friend Sim, but I feel like they wouldn't do another meeting people simulation right after this one. So yeah, it's probably gonna be Hive Swap, or maybe whatever's after the epilogue. Because clearly the epilogue was leading to something. We'll see. I will be fine here alone, I promise. It's my duty. I'll get used to it eventually. You can't imagine she's okay with that, no matter what she says. Does she really want to stay alone for the rest of her life? Well, of course not. What I want to do is explore the world and hang out with all my pals. But it's not about what I want. It's about doing what has to be done. That's what it has always been about for me. Well, that's bullshit. Huh? Maybe Jade's fate dictates she never played the game. Maybe Jade's fate dictates she never played the game she wanted to play. Maybe heroes don't get a happy ending, but that doesn't mean heroes can't be happy. There comes a time in every young woman's life, you tell Jade, where she can't leave home because her pet is an overprotective god. Okay, that's obviously not true. But there comes a time in many young women's lives where circumstances beyond their control leave them without an escape. Perhaps it's easier to believe that the escape will never come, but you can't let Jade do that. When life has you stuck, at home perhaps, you can still hold on to hope. You can fight. No matter how long you have to wait, you can keep looking for another chance to see the world. And if the universe tells you to sit, stay, and roll over, you look the universe dead in the eyes and ask, who do you think is the master around here? And then you tell it to motherfucking heal. Yeah, you're right. Even now I was still being childish. It was easier to tell myself to be miserable for a noble cause instead of holding on to the hope and maybe getting hurt again. But I have to have hope. That's who I am. I'm a hoper, not a moper. I will keep trying to convince Beck that it will be safe for me to leave the island. Things have changed and maybe he doesn't realize it yet. He's kind of a silly dumb dog at times, but he loves me and I love him and we can work it out. Maybe it'll take a while, but I'll definitely figure things out. And while I wait, you'll come visit me sometimes, won't you? Of course you will. You're not in the habit of abandoning your friends. The idea is unthinkable. Good dog, best friend. But so like when we start meeting the trolls, Like, we've had so many, oh, I'm almost remembering something moments, and this is just with humans. What's gonna happen when we're with actual trolls? You promised Jade that you will come visit her. Come visit? Come visit! A light bulb goes off in your head, one of those cool LED bulbs, the kind that syncs up to your phone and changes colors and spies on you for the government. Party time! You ask Jade if she's ever had a slumber party. A slumber party? No, I've never had one. Are we making this happen? It sounds interesting, but is it really a party if there's just 2 people and a dog? That sounds more like a mild slumber hangout. Don't worry about it, you tell her. Just start getting the place ready for a bash. Pull out the sleeping bags, conjure up some lightly irradiated snacks, pump up the fresh jams, etc., etc. I don't know if we even have sleeping bags, but okay. I'll see what I can do. Maybe there's something useful in my grandpa's old supplies. You shoot her a confident salute. We're making this happen! And then dissolve into the ether of canon. Sup, John? Alright, Egbert, up and at 'em, it's party time! God, the music is so good. Now I'm distracted because this music is playing again. You right. Well, hold on. This Dave, this timeline, like that was one of the routes, but that wasn't the main route. We didn't make the main Dave have a sexuality crisis. So maybe it'll be alright. Oh, we just snatched him, huh? We just snatched him? Did we just snatch John? John yelps and tumbles out of his chair, okay, crashing into the ground in an undignified heap. It looks like he was in the middle of debugging some code on his computer when you interrupted him. He disentangles his limbs and stands up with a groan. Okay, magic mailman, we need to get some things straight. Your powers are extremely cool, but using them like this is kinda lame. Jump scares rank very low on the prank scale. They don't take any effort. They are just sort of mean and annoying. You apologize for scaring John. You're just in a very excited mood right now because it's time for a motherfucking slumber party. Oh, cool. I've never been to a slumber party before. Who is it with? You grin. Don't you already know who with, John? The American Association of Mailmen? You give him a blank stare. Oh, right. Probably my other friends. That one should have been obvious. Oh, John. And there you go, John. You tell him to pack up whatever supplies he thinks he should bring and then get ready for another whirlwind ride through space-time. I don't know. I should probably do the responsible thing and let my dad know I'm going on a trip, even if I will be back soon. Okay, that's fine, you tell him. But don't take too much time. This route's already getting pretty long. So do I. Cool. Okay, what should I bring? Oh, I need to grab some movies, definitely. F. R.I.P. in peace, everybody. Dave will be there, right? I should bring some McConaughey movies so he realizes I was right all along about Matthew's stellar acting. Oh, and of course some snacks. This is a great time for me to unload all the excess birthday cakes my dad made me. Seriously, there are hundreds of them in the fridge. It's highly ridiculous. You wait patiently in John's room as he goes downstairs to fetch his bounty of cakes, talk to his dad, and do all his other preparation. It takes forever. You're not really sure what he's doing down there. You think he might be walking around? Hi, what's up? It sure is. This route is really long. Like, it's almost been 3 hours at this point. And all the other routes took me about 1 to get through all the endings. Aww. That sucks, but at least you're here now. We're, if I'm correct, we're about to get the actual good ending. But, like, it's taken some time. I love that. Look at that. Look at it, guys. Look at this good Jade emote. Do y'all see this? Look at this good Jade emote. Yeah, Jade emote. It's so good. It takes forever. You're not really sure what he's doing down there. You think he might be walking around, examining all of the objects in his home in great detail and solving a bunch of puzzles? Come on, John. That's not the right genre of game. Get your shit together. Okay, ready? Alright, step 2 is go to get Rose. You take John's hand and zap the two of you into Rose's mansion. John spends a while goggling at the giant statue of Zazarpan the Learned. Then you ascend the staircase toward Rose's room and knock on the door. Her voice comes from within, slightly muffled. You're home early. You're right. Mom Lalonde almost murdered me. Just remember that. You're home early. I've been hearing strange noises from the neighboring lab of late. Have you? Rose opens the door and freezes. John? Her eyes widen and she slowly steps backwards, which John takes as an invitation to stride into her room. Her cheeks darken as she scans the room, eyes flicking from mess to mess. Mood Rose. Yeah. Surprise, Rose. We are here to steal you away, like the owl who kidnaps Harry Potter, That's not... She sighs and turns to you. Care to explain the sudden intrusion? Yeah, I can't speak anymore. I need more water, I think. But that's far away. We're going to eat. I'm going to eat some fruit snacks. I see, because look, here's the thing. I was supposed to eat. I'm going to eat when I'm done with this. This wasn't supposed to last this long. Jade, why is your root like this? But are we surprised? You are correct. You're absolutely correct about that. Okay. It is normally considered polite to call ahead, especially when one is possessed of reality-bending powers. Oh, don't be melodramatic. There's probably nothing too embarrassing in this room. John furrows his brow as he glances around the room, eyes sweeping over the walls. He eventually settles on some pictures that have been hung up. I mean, look at these great drawings. Did you do these? Yeah, did you do those? That is so cool. I didn't know you drew stuff. Oh yeah, I just noticed we're still listening to John music even though we're at Rose's house now. Meh. I needed more fruit snacks. Rose gives him the smile of a girl whose soul has just shriveled into a blackened husk. Again, an explanation would be nice. You explain that you've come to collect Jade's friends for a slumber party. I see. The commercial and critical failure of Esper must have impacted her more strongly than I anticipated. She was really looking forward to playing that game with us. Yeah, that's putting it lightly, probably. I would hate to disappoint her further. Consider this my RSVP. Rose gives you a curt nod and then turns to frown at John, who is poking around under her bed. Something tugs at the corner of her mouth. John. My mother is busy and will not be expected to return for a while. Why don't you and our strange friend go analyze her room instead? I need time to pack. Oh, okay, Rose, whatever you say. Rose shoves you out of the room with more strength than you expected from a 13-year-old girl and shuts the door hard. Man, I hope Rose realizes that I was being serious when I said her drawings were good. We tease each other a lot, but she's really cool. Yeah. John's speaking loudly enough that Rose can almost certainly hear him from the other side of the door. You think he knows that, but you don't say anything except to casually suggest that you and John go wait downstairs and admire all the ridiculous wizard art. He agrees. God, this house is so weird. Who needs a giant statue of a wizard? Where did they even get this? Oh, and speaking of weird, I didn't want to bring this up with Rose in case it's just some funny story I'm not in on, but what's with all the writing on her? But John trails off as Rose descends the stairs with a neatly packed bag. Shall we? I mean, I guess it tracks that the writing is there because that would have also been something that happened before, yeah. Yeah, that is something I was considering. Is it just like, can we really not see it? Or can we really not see it? Or is it just not drawn? Because it would be very distracting if it was there in all the backgrounds whenever we were in their rooms. But like, I'm very upset we didn't respond to John because you're right. I want to know if we can see it or not. And we probably, most likely we can't. We shall, you say. With a hand on each of their shoulders, you close your eyes and concentrate on the Strider apartment. You're aiming for the hallway outside the front door, but this power is still taking some time to get used to. So you instead pop into existence right on top of Dave's bed. Here are the good sprites again. True. That's a good question. He's tapping away at something on his computer, and as soon as you appear, his entire body tenses up. You've barely had a moment to react before Dave wheels around in his chair and flings a handful of shurikens at you. One of them grazes Rose's cheek so closely, a strand of pale hair flutters to the ground. Sup? She turns to look at the weapon now embedded in the wall and runs a finger along the edge of the blade, squinting. I mean, we know why, but... Oh, Jesus, shit. What the fuck, man? Surprise! Okay, rule 1 of time travel or dimension hopping, don't fucking pull this kind of shit. I mean, seriously. Under any other circumstances, I'd be shitting my fucking nuts off about the opportunity to chill with my best bro, but dude, you can't just drop a guy's, I can't speak anymore. What's happened? You can't just drop a guy's besties into the middle of his room out of nowhere like this. This is an extreme social faux pas, and you gotta give a guy some time to prepare. Don't be melodramatic, Dave. I assure you, there is nothing present in this room that can make us think lesser of you. If Rose was scared by that near-death experience just now, she doesn't show it. She hops off the bed and glances around. If you left any pornography out, it will only serve to confirm the hypotheses I have already made. Haha, dude, are these selfies? Are you doing the duck face in this one? Oh man! Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake, John. I mean... Hey, Doge Gang, yeah. I mean, yeah? Yeah. The answer is yes, unfortunately. You get a VIP all-access backstage pass, and the first thing you do is insult my stuff. like some rowdy tool at the Nickelback concert, rummaging through their closets instead of doing the musical world a favor and assassinating them. Well, yeah. You would do the same, dude. Touche. But anyway, aside from you getting your grubby hands all over my pristine collection of cool swords, what the hell are you all doing here? We're having a slumber party. Are you in? Oh. I don't know. Bro is basically always keeping tabs on me. Guy wants me to be safe, you know? Or rather wants me to only be in the right kind of danger to teach me lessons about irony and being a dope-ass fucking ninja master. I'm Rose. It's all some pretty intense supervision is the point It's all some pretty intense supervision is the point being made here. Was already getting some rank vibes from him after that little jaunt over to Olive Garden. Actually, the vibes have been off ever since John's B-Day, if I'm being honest. So I don't know how to feel about me. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about me gallivanting off on some magic snooze adventure with some Slappy the time-traveling mailman. Seems like the kind of thing he'd take issue with. Aw, come on, he can't be that bad. Hey, John? Jonathan. John. What kind of guy wouldn't let his brother go hang out with his friends? Yeah, I guess. Be a pretty shitty kind of guy if he did that. Wouldn't he? Dave stares off into the middle distance for a while. Rose observes him intently. Look, Dave, I don't think it would feel right if we all had a big party and you weren't there. Jade would really miss you. As would we. Yeah. Dave glances furtively around the room as if he's expecting a camera to blink at him from up in one of the corners. Alright, I'm in. Let me just grab some subs. That's supplies for sure. Yeah, okay. Dave. Hey, mailman, what's Jade's hell dog like? Do I need to bring one of these cool-ass swords? Cool? These swords are like $5 Chinatown swords, aren't they? What? No. Okay, listen. While Dave grabs his stuff and John heckles him affectionately, Rose's attention has been drawn back to the shuriken Dave threw at her. You stroll over and ask her what's up. She responds with her own question. Have you been introduced to Dave's brother? On one route, for like a hot second, kind of. As I was tumbling out of the window. Kinda. Not yet. You heard a lot about him though. For the sake of diplomacy, you only briefly touch on the opinion you formed. We were twonked. He certainly seems like a fascinating man, the kind of individual whose brain I would love to pick apart to find out just what twisted mechanisms fire off within its chambers. So that's what she's talking about. So that's what she's thinking about, Dave's bro? Rose chews on her bottom lip. Not exactly, but an adjacent topic. I'm mulling over the ethical quandaries presented by the existence of powers esoteric. Those two messages together are very funny. What? It's nothing to concern yourself with yet. We have a party to attend, apparently. Right. Dave is done packing up. You open both palms to suggest that everyone hold hands so you can best channel your powers. Really? We're holding hands? God, this is so lame. Sure. But he does it, and when he clasps John and Rose's hands, he shifts around and blushes faintly in a manner that suggests he doesn't really think it's so lame. In fact, he may think it's the opposite of lame. He may think it's rad. It really is. And he'd be right. Friendship is the raddest thing of them all. Back to the best, honest. I want to say back to the best song in the game so far, but like they're all so good. They're all so good. You're full of warm and fuzzy friend feelings as you teleport back to Jade's atrium. Wait, no, that's just the feeling of your body dissolving and reconstituting itself halfway across canon. They are very similar feelings. You head to the base of the staircase where you call out to Jade. Her guests have arrived, you tell her. There they all are! Jade rushes down the stairs and nearly trips over her skirt. Her expression is tight and anxious, and when she sees your motley crew standing there, she freezes up. Her breath hitches in a half sob. You really did bring them. All of them! All of them! You're right! They're here! You're all here! Jade breaks into a Jade breaks into a wide grin and sprints forward, launching herself like a missile at her friends. The sentence I'm about to say is going to be extremely cursed. Did she just glomp John? Dave throws himself bodily out of the way and Rose takes an alarmed step back. Ooh woo. Leaving John to bear the full brunt of her affections, she crashes into him and the two of them go spinning around and around as Jade laughs breathily. You're right. Whoa, whoa, calm down there, Jade. It's nice to see you too. Tears are beating in her eyes as she squeezes him tight and then pecks his cheek with a soft kiss. Oh, John, I'm so happy to see you in person. In waking person and everything. I've spent so much time watching you sleep. Oh, Jade. You're right. Jade? Haha, what? Context. Jade swings around to look at her other two pals. Oh yeah, okay, Nat. Let me explain, as you do not. So Nat hasn't read Homestuck, guys. Nat's not a Homestuck, but Nat. So like, remember Prospect and like I told you about Dream Selves before. Jade was the only one of them that was waking up on Prospect before they played the game, and she has seen the Dream John sleeping before, and that's what she's talking about. That's the context. It's fine. I mean, I did, like I said before, I was doing a reread, but then I got sidetracked when the epilogues came out. That actually sounds really fun, and now I want to do it. Hey, Charisse, as the person who keeps, I can't see. All right, I guess I'm gonna sink the ship to bring down the captain. Because I'm gonna say, Charisse, did you just send me a message implying that you, the person who keeps calling me Dirkkin, does not read Homestuck? You didn't read Homestuck? You didn't read Homestuck? you didn't read Homestuck. The person who I'm... Hey guys, you want to know how I met my good friend Charisse? You want to know how I met my great friend Charisse? I was in school, and I was at college, and I was wearing a Vriska shirt, and I was sitting in the student center of our school, and Charisse was walking past. We never talked to each other, never seen each other a day in our lives, and saw me and stopped and went, Vriska! And then we had like a 10-minute conversation about Homestuck, even though you had somewhere to be. Don't play me! We know you're a Homestuck. It's okay. It's okay. Look into your heart and accept who you are. Were you just discoursing with me about Vriska the other day? Like, also, also, I really appreciate this implication that Jade's not about to explain to John what she meant. Come on, you two, too. Get over here. We're having a four times hug combo right now. Okay, but how about this, Shreese? If I were to do some type of thing where we got together on Discord and either streamed or recorded reading Homestuck, would you want to be a part of it, though? But would you want to be there? I rest my case. Terezi would be proud. Don't even get me started on Terezi, by the way. Four times hug combo. Rose and Dave cautiously step forward, and Jade, with John's help, yanks them both into the tight embrace. She smooches them on the cheeks too. Rose's face lights up with a blush, and Dave nearly goes catatonic. When Jade pulls back, she's clutching John's hand and tugging so hard she might pull the damn thing off. Honestly, this is my favorite of his sprites. Look at it! Come on, everyone, let's go upstairs. I found a bunch of military-grade sleeping bags and Grandpa's old adventuring gear and set them up in my room. I was about to respond to what you guys said, but then Jade distracted me by being adorable. But it is very good, and you're right. We can play with all my toys and jam out to some music and stay up all night chatting with each other. And oh my god, you're here, you're all here, this is really happening. Jay's next laugh verges on hysterical, and she's got tears streaked down her cheeks. Dave looks a little perturbed. Wow, holy shit, it's cool, Jay, no need to get so like this. Kinda fucks me up seeing you cry. Not that I'm trying to make this all about me. I mean, Dave, you are doing a horrible job of comforting her. Jade, come here. I shall hold you in my arms. We're making this happen. We're making this happen. Rose walks over to Jade, extends her thumbs, and swipes them down Jade's teary cheeks in a stiff, mechanical motion. Then she wraps her arms around Jade in an embrace that could generously be called a hug, but looks more like the precursor to an alien medical examination. Strylons be like. John boggles at the display. None of you whack jobs know how to do this. Oh my gosh. Come here, Jade. Aw, thank you, John. Rose. Now, come on, everyone, let's go. And so the party begins. Tales told, movies watched, and fun had aplenty. So many shenanigans happened. So many. Perhaps someday you will recount them all in detail. Thinking about the Strylons. But before you know it, the energy in the room has fled alongside the sunlight. The moon and stars cast their pale gaze upon four supine friends, bundled up in sleeping bags and caught midway between slumber and wakefulness. Oh, you already know, like, if it doesn't happen right now, if they don't show us it happening, you already know Dave's that one at 3 a.m. asking questions like, I can't think of anything right now, but you know what I'm talking about, just like, you know. Isn't Homestuck great? I rest my case. Dave is rambling about some inane bullshit that nobody's paying attention to, and Rose is attempting, quite terribly, to lecture John and Jade on the modern reinterpretation of Lovecraft's works. You think it's about time you bowed out. It's not like you hadn't enjoyed chumming it up with these kids, but you'd feel kind of weird sticking around overnight. You can come back later. Besides, you've got places to go and sights to see. There's an entire golden moon out there full of potential friends you knew nothing about before today. That's a... Prospect's fine. Prospect's fine. The universe beckons, and you are powerless to refuse. You give Beck a little nod like, hey, take care of these kids. Beck doesn't nod back because he's a dog, but you like to think he understands. As you quietly slip down the staircase and out of sight, you spare one last glance at the group and find a sigh escaping your lips. Everything that's happened here feels almost too good to be true. Can it last? Can this brazen wish fulfillment go unpunished? You find that hard to imagine. There is something fate touched about these kids. You can feel it in your bones. As surely as the wind whispers through the trees or the stars dance through space, as surely as the turning clocks will call the sunlight back again, these kids will never be free of the bullshit that hounds them. But right here, right now, they are at peace. They have shared this one perfect moment together, and perhaps in the future there will become more betwixt the chaos. And maybe that's enough. I really appreciate. This is blessed. This is cursed. This is so cursed. Jade is not cursed. Dave. But anyway, this is... Look at them. Yeah. Very blessed. Very good. That's it. That really was like 3 times longer. Admittedly, okay. You weren't here for most of it, but like we kept stopping to have discourse about Homestuck. I can't wait to see what's going to happen though. We were theorizing about what we've done. Because like, okay, the Zappy powers are supposed to alter the Alpha timeline, right? Like, if you use the Zappy powers and change things, you're not making a splinter of the timeline, you're changing the main one. What I think happened is what we changed was so ridiculous and so crazy that we've actually somehow made a second Alpha timeline. And Paradox Space probably isn't gonna like that. But yeah, so I need to go back. I'm the happiest girl in the world now. The lack of apocalypse was your favorite part. But yeah, I need to go back and do Rose's route again now that it's not it didn't delete the things. But yeah, we had like a whole discussion. The diagram has been summoned. Here it is. Let me put it here. Yes. This is how you know we were in it. Like, but basically, like, this was my theory that, like, yeah, I can't wait to see. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait for the next routes. But yeah, like, so this is what I was saying, was that the red one is the Alpha timeline proper, and we've made a second Alpha timeline that shouldn't exist. And the reason Jade, like, we went to Prospect, and the reason that happened is because the temple was from back here when these were the same timeline, so it's still connected to the session that's made in this timeline because it's the same temple. with the same portals, and the session exists outside of the timeline and you can come to it from anywhere. So that's my theory. Oh, and also we were talking about the fact that Dave's game is still in the flower. We can't get it, it's broken, but it's still there. So like, even though John's game is gone, Dave, as far as we know, Dave hasn't lost his version of Esper, which means they have 4 of them. They have Dave's and Rose's and Bros. So in theory, if they can access the one, they could have a session. And that's my theories. But okay, I need to eat, because I super didn't expect this to last as long as it did. I was like, oh, all the other ones took me about an hour, so this one will take me about an hour, and then I'll eat. And now it's been 3 hours. So I'm gonna go eat. Thank you guys for watching. I should be back to normal schedule next Monday. Probably playing, you know, Splatoon or Overwatch. Probably more likely Splatoon, because I've been practicing more Splatoon than Overwatch this week. That's right, I was practicing it. So maybe my skill will be there. I don't know. And also hopefully by Monday I should have some subscriber perks worked out, and I'll be able to talk about those. And I think that's everything I need to say. Yes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to the next route to come out. Also, I was thinking, assuming we go to the trolls next, if they do, you know, they did the 4 beta kids, right? If we assume that the rest of the characters are the original 12 trolls and the 4 alpha kids, maybe the trolls will be done like friend sim and paired up. I don't know if they've said anything about that yet, because since I hadn't played this route yet, I was avoiding their Twitter and stuff like that, because I didn't want any spoilers. So I don't know if they mentioned it yet, but yeah, it would make sense to me that they'd pair up the trolls. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys again Monday. All right, bye.